Hey, everyone. Got about a minute to go. I have sleepy ones near me. You just got to see this. The other one might be somewhere nearby. I'm not sure where he is. How are you doing today? Always good to be here for our practice together. Number of devices set up. So happy you're with me. We'll get started in just a moment. This being human is a guest house. Hello, I am aLex Levin, and we're here together in cyberspace through Sun and Moon Yoga Studios portal channel. And as usual, I have a number of themes converging today. I might change the title of this, but make room, make space. I don't know. This being human is a guest house, the Rumi poem, all the visitors that come to us. And as always, a lot of these are what did I used to call them? Like programs in the back that are running, programs that support the practice of meditation, the practice of mindfulness, the practice of being present. So good morning. Hi, Mary Beth. Hi, everyone who's out there. Feel free to leave a chat. I'd love to see that, to let me know that you're here with me. And I sort of know, some of you tell me later. And I love that you do join in. So get what you need to be comfortable for some very quiet movement, and then some stillness from whatever position suits you for our roughly half-hour practice together. Sunday mornings, most every Sunday morning, Eastern time, 10 o'clock. So I'm going to dive right into a couple of practices. One is a practice I would call, from what my teachers call focusing, is no, this is not quite that. Yeah, sorry. That is the focusing practice, is when we notice what's happening, and we may come with a question or some inquiry for ourselves, but we notice body, mind, heart, anything that's happening, and we speak it. We speak it out loud to ourselves or another person to witness it. Extremely powerful. This is a version of that, let's say. So, and then we'll do a little breathing practice with a hand movement attached to it. So again, make sure you're comfortable, or feel where the discomfort is, note that, and then allow yourself to, sometimes just by noting it, you can relax or shift a little, or you may need to, like me, my usual pillow under the right knee. So finding how we can truly be fully here, arrive through the 3 pointers I use: ground, sound, breath. Ground is so available. Feel it under your pelvis and legs, or under your whole back body, perhaps on your side body if you're lying on your side. That surface to surface connection of body to ground. The weight, the mass, courtesy of gravity, that we can feel it and our nervous system. All these, what I'm looking for, cooperations, all these collaborations to our delight. And also notice a kind of sister to the gravity, or really a integral partner, or sorry, to groundedness is gravity. And the partner, the opposite of gravity, is levity, is a buoyancy. And sense into your body, just into the mass of you, the head, the shoulders, the bones, the heart, the ribs, the belly, the organs, the skin. Sensing the pull downward. And a lot of times with the breath, we can feel the opposing lift upward, the buoyancy, the levity. And oh, visitors will come. We'll accentuate that through Rumi's poem in just a moment. A thought, a aching shoulder, a sound. Sound of the blinds banging against the window, heralding the breeze. And imagine now, as we've more fully arrived together through ground, breath, sound, imagine that a being, maybe a baby or an animal that is left in your care, something that you is easy for you to care for, someone, could be a real person or a being or an imaginary being. And this being has all taken care, all the needs are tended to. It's content, it's maybe if it's an infant, it's sleeping, it's not, doesn't have colic, it's not hungry, it doesn't need a diaper changed. And similar to the pets I showed you in the first moment, if you were here, just relaxed, walked, played with, fed. And all it needs to be, it's just in your care while its owner just goes to run some errands for just a couple minutes here, this imaginary scenario. And all you need to do is attend. Maybe you're watching, gosh, I just love watching especially the cats. I like watching the dogs sleep, but something about watching cats sleep. And as you're, yes, this is a focusing practice, I'd forgotten. So, and here's the reason why. As you're attending and just imagining and attending, or maybe you have it could be a stuffed animal you could be envisioning, it could be imaginary. What's it like for you to be with this easy to care for, easy to love being who needs to be, have, maybe not all the time, but needs to have presence. So an infant is a good, maybe better example than a pet who I can leave for hours at a time. And even an infant you can leave in the next room, but you're nearby, you're attending, you're listening for if there's a need expressed. And what's it like for you to be in the presence of this sweet being with no No needs, no material needs from you, no emotional needs, just simply your attention. Make some room in your attending to yourself to notice what it feels like. It's not complicated. Don't make it complicated. It might be that you feel relaxed, you might feel a word came to me, and your feelings may be different. And there's a certain alertness, but there's a safe engagement. As I said that, you might hear some little question. So I'm saying this out loud, and you can do the same in your space. Say it out loud. As you hear it, you'll know, does it ring true? Does it ring exactly true? Or, as I said, safe engagement. It's not quite that. So, what would be more accurate? Go back to sensing, the imagining, sensing the body, the breath, your body. Allow some time. It's a it's an involved engagement. It's a sweet. It's a sweet togetherness, a sweet connection, sweet sharing. So giving words, giving language, and it also could be gesture. You might have seen me, if you had your eyes open, sort of making this gesture, this sweet, the scooping or circular motion. There's this togetherness, this sweet sharing here now for me, and your words or your gesture or your expression. So giving that, it gives us this opportunity to um, go deeper into listening to ourself, what our own experience is, and carry that out into life, to give that forth, which is what we're always drawn to do. We're not, we are always being, there's always this wholeness, and yet we're also always becoming. So we're doing things somewhat habitually, and then to really keep things alive and fresh and creative and interesting for ourselves, we need to be open and make space for what is new, make time and space to recognize, to attend to it. So let's segue into a breathing practice that will take us toward a stillness practice. And we will be using a counting method with our fingertips. Our thumb, when we inhale, will touch to the tip of your index finger, and you can have your hand relaxed. I'm just showing, lifting to show. And the pause after the inhale or the turn, touch the next finger, the middle finger. During the exhale, touch the tip of the thumb to the tip of the fourth ring finger, and the turn or pause after the exhale to the tip of the pinky. And then back, inhale to the tip of the index finger, the pause after the inhale or the turn to the tip of the middle finger, then exhale to the ring finger, and then to the tip of the pinky as you change from the exhale to the inhale. And just continue at your own pace. There are variations on this. Just breathing comfortably. Relaxed more and more with each round, with each repetition, allowing yourself to relax more, not breathing in any particular way, unless that sort of just comes naturally. About two more full breaths, cycles, and then let your hand rest. Stop the gesture of counting and simply watch the breath, observe your experience and all that visits you. Your own responses to what visits you. And as you just begin to set up for stillness, whether it's in the same position or moving slightly, again, making it comfortable for our next about 9 minutes together. In the beginning, I will share Rumi's poem, The Guesthouse. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a meanness, depression, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of all its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. A joy, a depression, a meanness. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, as each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Treat each guest honorably. They may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And so some, like the bird song, easy to welcome, to attend to, like we attended to the being we were responsible for, just to attend to. And some, like the ache in my shoulder, what we get next is another visitor. We get the visitor that is our response. It is our, maybe our pushing away or our pulling to. And this is a little more of a focusing practice, this inquiry, as we're, what I'm describing of how we can meet each visitor. And when we're in this phase, this particular practice of meditation, those visits we can have the intent to just have them brief. Just, I see the ache, I see my response, I see my next response, I see myself being drawn away. And then the intent for the practice here, though, is to just let that be, like it's passing, it is changing. It's, as I just described it, there's lots of pieces there. And rest back into that spacious, never changing observer, experiencer. Without denying what's going on, what visitors are coming and going. Resting into being without abandoning the becoming. Slipping more and more into identifying with the timeless nature of our presence. Few more breaths together. As we bring our hands in front of our heart, palms together, and bow our head. An idea I'd like to leave us with in parting is this practice, the gratitude that for what it gives us. One thing is the greater awareness of our own, capital A awareness, our own unchanging, boundless, qualityless, always here presence. And its relationship, this mysterious life that erupts always into the next thing, into the next creative thing, into the next difficult thing, into the next mundane thing, the dynamic life, and how we can see how we are in relation to our own life, to the things that come, the visitors, and what choices we may or may not have. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me. May you have an interesting day and week and practice. And thank you again. Thank you for joining me. Be well.